3 weeks ago, or however long ago it was now, I went on YouTube and to my surprise, a brand new trailer for the Final Fantasy VII remake was there in my recommendations. And I gotta say, when I saw that, and even as I was watching the trailer, I didn't really feel surprise or excitement or anything. I just felt tired. Really, really tired. If you don't know me, allow me to elaborate a little bit. This isn't because I have any ill will towards Final Fantasy VII or the remake of 7 or anything actually having to do with the game itself, but I've just spent the last 6 years on a Square Enix hype train, and I'm not really sure I have any desire to get back on one so quickly after the last one ended, or any hype train for that matter. Now, I understand why gaming and movie-going nerds like them some good hype. Trailers and marketing have a certain level of abstraction to them that makes them very easy to get excited about. The people making trailers get to show you all the most exciting stuff, and then your imagination gets to fill in all the other bits. Since marketing has no responsibility to offer emotional resolution or a complete experience of any kind, they just have to show you, cool little things out of context, well, the sky's the limit. If the real thing is even half as good as the potential futures that I'm extrapolating outward to in my brain after seeing this trailer, then I have no choice but to be excited. Talking about theories, discussing how things can and can't be handled in an upcoming product, talking about how you personally would and wouldn't do things, these are all fun conversation pieces, and I get why people become so swept up in it all. Ideas are limitless and exciting, but the problem is that hype is like junk food. It's like a big old bag of potato chips. Just a couple of chips are fine. Hey, maybe even have a couple of chips on the side of your entree. But the problem with potato chips is that they're way too easy to just eat mindlessly. You can just eat them and eat them and eat them and eat them, and before you know it, you've ruined your appetite. Suddenly you just kind of feel gross in the pit of your stomach, and that delicious meal you were gonna have for dinner doesn't seem so appetizing anymore. Hype has gotten completely out of control. It's consumed whole fan bases of people, each of them with their own family-sized bag of chips, just gobbling the whole thing up in one go. Of course the meal isn't gonna be satisfying. You've ruined it for yourself. And it's in the interest of the people who make products to promote this atmosphere of hype, because all that matters to them is that you're in the restaurant, that you've already bought your dinner. Pre-order now, even though the game doesn't have a release date. Watch this new trailer for a game that won't be out for another 5 years. I admit that a lot of this is very specific to the video game industry. I mean, you don't usually have to worry about the footage in a movie trailer just being straight up fake, and you don't have to worry about seeing a trailer for a movie years and years in advance. It's stuff that they filmed, it's the actors on a set, and most of what you're seeing will probably wind up in the film. But you watch game trailers and it's like, oops, we outsourced the game to some other company we decided not to work with anymore, and we scrapped all of their work, rendering the last trailer that you got excited about almost 5 years ago completely irrelevant to the product that we're making. I mean, despite the fact that these Marvel movies have been going on for years and years now, and every other one of them is marketed as if it's gonna be the biggest event of your entire life, at least I'm not usually staring at these movies for years before I get to see them. And there's a somewhat consistent level of quality across these products. So, okay, I watch a trailer for SpiderMan Far From Home. All right, sure, it's another SpiderMan movie. Looks like it could be fun, maybe, who knows. It comes out in July? Okay then, I'll pay my $10 and give it a shot, and if it turns out that it's bad, then whatever. I lose a couple hours of my life. I'm not, excited for it. Wait for this stupid movie about a teenager who can crawl on walls isn't demanding much emotional stamina from me. With these freaking video games, people keep trying to sell me on things that don't even have release dates. They won't have release dates for another 3 years. Why could I buy 6 different Kingdom Hearts 3 action figures a year before the game was out? You could buy an action figure of Remake Barrett in 2017. How do I even know if I like Remake Barrett? What if I buy action figure Remake Barrett for $120 and find out that I hate what they do with him in the remake? Why should I buy the $300 collector's edition of a video game before I even know if I like the game? I would much rather just sit down and watch something and let the thing itself get me excited. Hit me with a great opening scene, some cool setups, take me on an adventure, and pay it off in the third act. Let me devote my emotional stamina to your actual product as opposed to the marketing for your product. I mean, I get it. People gotta make money, and making movies and TV and video games and whatever else is expensive, so you gotta convince people to drop money on your stuff ahead of time. You can't just rely on word of mouth and reviews to help your product turn a profit. It's all about those opening weekend box office results. So I'm not asking anyone to stop marketing their products aggressively or anything like that. Of course not, that would be ridiculous. But can we just cool it? Can we cool it with the breathless hype? With the actual literal years of anticipation? Game developers, I get it. You've got a cool thing. You wanna show people the cool thing so they know how cool your work is. I understand. And businessmen, you wanna make that money, I get it. But can we cool it? Can we reel it back in a bit? Can we wait until the product is close enough to release to actually capitalize on all of that hype? Because if you'd asked me a few years ago what I thought of the FF7 remake, I would have been like, yeah, sure, whatever, maybe it'll be fun, I'll keep my eye on it. But now, gosh, I just went off this ride. I'm so exhausted. I'm serious, guys, I think I'm just gonna shut my eyes. I'm just gonna go to sleep. I'll see you all, yeah, I'll see you next time.
まどろむ君に注ぐ忘れない優しい微笑み悲しさ隠した瞳を